Hi guys! I decided to get some air, so I'm outside again, and this is really what I'm gonna be doing. Just getting some fresh air. I do have some cards. I don't know if I'm gonna really pull them right now. I think I'd rather pull these and see, because the ones that I have, they are from different times throughout my journey, so I'm curious to see what's gonna come up, right? So I pulled some cards from like different piles, because you know how you have like a bunch of different piles and stuff, so like that. Yeah, I'm hanging out inside my little space where I can just breathe, not worry about folks, not worry about nonsense. I think the last couple of days have really been annoying for me. I keep seeing stuff on the news. I keep seeing people just walking free, doing whatever the heck they want to do, and they're just walking free. It's weird. Like, this is, what's the best word? This is the Wild Wild West, like, word. It really is. Like, that is where you got people pulling up ladders in daytime, robbing houses. They robbing them at the train stations. They shooting out during, the work hour. You know, the traffic hour when you get off work. I forget the name of it. But you got all this stuff going on, and it's like people are literally sitting down like nothing. Like, this is normal. It's not normal. This is not normal. It's like, I don't understand how people don't know. I guess I'll just do this, whatever. I don't understand how people don't really know or understand what are signs of the times, right? Like, it's like they don't get it. Like, you're living in it's always been crazy, right? But this is blatant, right? I feel like when we did not have technology, it wasn't as easy to see the scope or understand the depth of something, right? But now that we can see it, and now that we have such lax laws, people don't care. Like, they will literally steal everything from you, right? They'll take everything from you. They'll hide your money in another country. They'll serve their year or two. They'll get out, go to that country where the money's stored or whatever they be doing, right? And they'll live well. There's no incentive to follow the law. And I'm being honest with you guys. And I'm quite aware I have people that listen to my channel, right? Even though I only got 8 views per video. I was uploading a video and somehow had 4 views on it, and it didn't even come out yet. I was like, that's interesting. That's very interesting. So they be doing all types of nonsense over there. Another thing I wanted to tell you guys too, because it's really not like a read. I will tell you this. What I have noticed, because when I first started my channel, my Zen Romance Tarot channel on YouTube, I noticed that I had all the views in the world up until it was time to get monetized, right? So once you get monetized, right, they start making their money. They're putting the commercials there anyway, because they, per the contract or something I was reading, the agreement, they have the right to advertise whether you are monetized or not. Okay, so all the views in the world to get you to the amount of views you need for you to be monetized, it's like this psychological trick to make you feel better. They know you're not going to make any money. They know that. They know they're going to skim from the views, because that is a part of their contract that they have with these off groups, right? So the people that you see working inside of YouTube, right, they could be part of sororities, fraternities, or something like that, right? There is a such thing as a YouTube deal. We actually had one YouTuber come out and say something about another. Oh, they don't even have that, but they do have that. It's just one of those things that you are approached about. It's like, it's one of those, do you want to remain prosperous deals, or let me tell you what we can do to make sure that you forever got dough, like that. So that is the YouTube deal that is offered, right? It's offered by the inside employees. We know that. The government knows that. But you do have some government officials that are in on it too. Remember, it's a coven. You got these big mega church pastors. They do the same thing. They're handing people money and paying them off. These people do not care. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Living in the Wild Wild West. If I was y'all, I'm sorry. Especially, like, I'm not trying to be funny, but I've always felt this way. I feel like if you are one of those women and you got a son or sons, I want you to really raise your sons. Like, just like if you're a father, you're going to teach your daughter the game, right? You're going to be like, yo, that dude ain't right. Everybody got a gimmick. You got to figure out what it is. Like, that's what my daddy taught me. He was just like, everybody got a gimmick. You better figure out what it is. So that's what I had to do. So if you have mothers teaching their sons a game about these chicks and the tricks they be playing, it's like, I don't understand. It's just like when it comes to guys it feels like if you're not mature, that organ will take over your whole life. Next thing you know, you got all these karmic baby mamas, like karmics. I ain't talking about the nice chicks, the ones that was really in love with you. Definitely, like, really in love with you. You look at the kids today, kids hair done, nothing else matters but them kids and taking care of them. All right, but then you got that organ that some guys, and I want to be clear, there are some men who cannot control that organ, and they don't know what to do. Every time somebody with a fat behind or whatever comes near them, they gotta do whatever they gotta do, right? And it's almost like they don't look for patterns, they don't look for trends. All you know is, oh, she look good, da da da. And now before you know it, then when you meet somebody nice like me, I'll rock with anybody. I really will. If you got baby mamas and they cool, I will. Somebody got herpes. Herpes, I swear to God. I saw that. So no, but for real, like, if you got a nice baby mama and we cool, we will rock. I'm good with that. You already know your kids with me taken care of. Don't worry about that. You send them over with their hair done. When they go home, their hair's still gonna be done. See, that's the type of person I am. I would like to sit down and have a conversation with somebody. I don't need no. The thing is, if you got 1 or 2, I could rock with that. We talking about 4, 5, 6 chicks. 4 out of 6 of them is crazy. Like, I'm not dealing with that. And I honestly believe that was one of the things that my mother wanted me to tolerate. Over the years, she's had conversations with me that now when I think back, I'm like, why would you ask me that? She would tell me a story about some lady. Oh, this lady got AIDS and she found a husband. It's like some sick. I'm like, what's wrong with you? Like, why are you, see, to me, her point was, you know, God or whoever I don't know that she believed, I don't know what, I don't know. The point is, the Most High will send you a partner. He will. But she wanted to make it look like, oh, it's okay if you get this and that. He'll do it. See, but the thing is, I didn't allow her to get further enough into that conversation where she was willing to say the rest. If you sleep with this one and if you join this group, you'll find a husband. Bitch, get out of here. Get your ass. She already knew what it was. So I guess by the time my father died, it was costing too much money to keep me quiet. She had to pay the people at YouTube. She had to go through the churches and all this other stuff. It got too expensive to maintain. But when you do stuff like steal identities or, you know, steal a kid, have them name something, you go change the name. Where you effed up is where you tried to collect that trust money under my name that I was born under. If, you know, it's just a hypothesis, but I'm just saying. That's one of the things that the government should look into. How many of these children have been adopted out, names changed, you go back, you look at the original record, and you're going to see that this kid had something, a trust, something left to him, property, something like that. You're going to find this. And then you're going to see these trifling parents who had babies in like the 70s or the 80s or whatever they did. They was changing up shit with these hospitals. So it's all coming out, and I'm not going to worry about that part. I know I didn't do anything, but what I am going to do too is I'm going to keep calling you out. That's not going to stop. I'm not going to stop. I'm not. So I don't know. You can send over anybody you want. They're going to catch it. I already said what I said, and I put it in writing. So if you got enough nerve to bring yourself over here, then you got enough nerve to get laid the F down. Perfect. Like, that's what it is. I don't care. I don't care. I'm protecting myself. It's like I don't have any idea or scope of how popular or famous I am because she suppressed it. Right? She tried to stop my channel. Every time I got a degree, she would say, I earned that. What the hell wrong with you? You didn't sit in no classrooms or nothing. This is not your achievement. It's mine. So I really think that there's something wrong. Like, she been off. I thought it was some other stuff that was contributing to it. But when I look at the family in its entirety, it's a bunch of sick, like, it's sick. It really is. It's like people burning down houses, you know, people backing up the bus on the highway with a gun, all types of ignorant people getting shot. And it's crazy to me. And stealing identities. This is something that they've been doing in my family, you know. And when I questioned my mother, I was like, yo, why did you allow that one to use my sister's ID when she was in Cheshire going to see her brother? Like, why do you think this is okay? Because I was like, why you keep rocking with her when she did this to your daughter? So if you ain't give a what that she did it to your biological daughter, I know you ain't gonna give a what about me. I already know that. All right? Because the stuff that you allow for the kid that did pop up out of your belly, right? I already know you ain't gonna extend me that same mercy. So I already know why you paid people off, paying people to date me and all. I don't need you to help me get a date. Like, I don't. This was you trying to cover up your crap. the fact that you were stealing babies and stealing money, and I'm over here living crazy while you over there with you got a new driveway. I was supposed to get a fence. Where's my money? Janetta Beasley, where is my money? I'm going to keep calling you out on it. What did you do with the money? And if it ain't about the money, why did you allow all this stuff to happen? Something is wrong with you. What you won't be doing, though, you're not going to chalk this down to mental illness because you knew what you was doing. You still signing checks. You still using Wells Fargo. You still doing dirty because that's what you do. You're a dirty bitch. You dirty. Everybody know you dirty. The whole family know you dirty. You been dirty. See, this is a thing. I never rock with my mother's side of the family because to me, they always got some shit going on. Like, they always do. So I don't even go over there. I moved to another town. I don't even live near them. And they over there using my name, trying to get a trust, trying to get me arrested when I'm minding my business. Yeah, Janetta Beasley, you reap what you sow. You're going to get it all back. And if I do see you, I can't promise you that you're going to leave up in this motherfucker well. You probably going to be on the ground. Most likely, you're going to crawl across the street to get your rocker because I'm going to yank that. You already know what it is. You already know don't come over here. You already know you can't stay here. You already know there's no money. You're not getting one dime from me because you've been a nasty, evil bitch from the time I was little. You would take because she took my covers off me and would give them to my sister. Like, she would do all types of evil shit. And one time when we was little in the basement, my sister lost her asthma pump. And I remember my father was like trying to help her find it. My sister was having a bad asthma attack. And it was a bad asthma attack. So she yelled something that makes sense to me today. That's my child, my daughter. You better find her. And it was like, it was weird. But now when I'm thinking about it today, it makes a lot of sense, right? This is the one I had. This is my child, the one I love. F that other one over there that I stole because the other dude that I was trying to trick didn't want me. This one I had with a dude that I do actually like. So the other one don't matter no more. So you had to pay all this money to keep covering up the fact that you did what you did. I ain't deserve that. But what you do deserve is for me to call you the slut that you are every single time I can online, and I will. I'm going to say whatever I want to you. And I dare you to say something. I dare you to come to my house. I promise you, you're going to get laid the fuck down. I promise you that. And after I lay your ass down, I'm going to come right back here, right, with my flowers, and I'm going to chill. That's how the game goes. You should understand that. I mean, you are a slut. You should understand a lot of stuff. I know you understand mattresses. That we get. I know you understand lining. We get that. So, I'm going to call you out. I don't give a what. People ain't got to watch the video, but it is out there. It is out there. You did everything you could to make sure that I would have absolutely nothing. And then, when you got desperate, you're going to go send the girl out on the prostitution ring with a mask on, pretending to be me. You're a desperate hoe. You always been desperate. Do anything for it. Because you are weak. You've been weak. Anything. You don't care what a nigga tell you. You do it. D. I don't know what D. Oh, that must be the D's you be riding on, Janetta Beasley. You done hopped down a lot of them. Or this is somebody with a D. But probably, Janetta, this is you hopping on different D's after you get off the pulpit. Oh, an emperor. It did come out reversed. So another nigga ain't want you. Alright? Or he abused you. You ain't get what you wanted. I'm going to keep dragging you for as long as I can feel like it. And you ain't going to do shit. And I wish you would try. I would love to knock you out with my fists. Now, knock every tooth out of your fucking mouth. And you know it. Me and you ain't never been good. You always been a bitch. You've always been a nasty person. Always been nasty. You're a liar. You've been lying. You've been lying for as long as I remember. That's why I couldn't understand when you started the church. I was like, is she serious? She really was serious. She really got up there for like, I don't know how many years. Up yelling about Jesus and all these other people. If you look at her sing while she up there, her eyes are black. Like there's no feeling in her. You could see demons coming out of her. That's why I opted to step away. I knew something was wrong. I've always known something was wrong. The minute you lied to me and told me I could go back to the same school, and then you sent me out there to be tortured, tormented, called nigger and all this other stuff, I knew something was wrong with you. That's when I left. I never went back. I never went back home. Your son, on the other hand, that nigga can't keep an apartment. He can't keep an apartment, can't keep a job. You did something. He has not worked literally in about 35 years. I have not seen him. He can never keep a job because something is wrong with him. You understand what I'm saying? my work history, I've always stayed long periods of time. I've never had any issues with my work. But I also understand I'm most likely not the same blood as these people, right? So my work ethic is different. How I think is different. You taking me and comparing me to somebody who's limited, sexual issues. She put her son up on the preaching stand and he got baby claims. Somebody giving you baby claims while you're an active preacher. I don't understand that. So she did everything she could to perpetuate the bullshit. And now publicly you gonna pay for it. Like, you going to jail. I want you to explain to your church friends, your coven friends, your mob friends, or whatever connections you got. I want you to really explain why the house is gone. Explain what happened to the husband. Explain why the daughter don't like you. I don't fuck with you, period. Last time I heard, she said, the last time Mama called me all these times, right? It was when I was online telling what she did. All of a sudden my phone ringing. I won't hear from her for like a week or two at a time. But when the story comes out, then she want to call over and over and over again. So that tells me that your little goons must have been calling you up. Telling you better make your kids shut up. I ain't shutting up. I already told you that. You send anybody over here, they're going to get laid the fuck down, period. I told you that too. And I mean it. And you know I ain't kidding. You know me. You know me very well. So I don't bother nobody. But what you won't be doing is coming over here bothering me. But what I am going to do is keep telling what you did. And I know it makes you sick. I know you sick. I know you can't breathe. You sick. Can't even afford hair dye, can you? That lavish life you was living before. Something is wrong with that insurance policy is what I'm trying to tell you. Something is definitely wrong with that, because if you was married to this dude all these years, why when I asked for a copy of it, you had all this and that? Even when we was at the funeral home and my father died, you should have saw her. She did everything she could to get me the hell up out of there. I already peeped the game, Janetta. You already a caught motherfucker. Like, you really are. You caught. So, my last words to you. You come up around here. I'm just trying to tell you. You will be laid down. Okay? And that's how my mama's life. Whoever my mama it is. Because I know you ain't I know. There ain't no way in hell me and you got the same blood. I just don't operate like that. I operate in love. I don't bother nobody. But people will seek you out when they feel like you worth some money. If they can make some pimp you out, selling my work to people I'm under a contract. I ain't under contract with nobody. I ain't signed nothing with nobody. Let me see where I signed. And I still ain't figure out who cashed that fucking check, Janetta. It's either you, it's either Leah Ebony, one of them hoes, all right? Because all y'all is dirty. And another thing too, with Daddy, I know he was with somebody else in the family and you went hopped on top of the D. Where that D go? Right? That's how you got him. So since you want to do fuck shit, I'm going to give you a fuck run for your money. I ain't taking my foot off your neck. You already know that. I don't like you and you don't like me. You never liked me. So now I'm grown and I'm going to tell you exactly how I feel. I want the whole world to know what kind of hoe you are. Yep, Emperor reversed again. Niggas that don't want you. India. Ooh, an emperor in India. That's starting to make a lot of sense. Can you deal with what I need to tell you? I'm in tears, fears. I'm trying to escape, run, get rid of a shirt. Somebody got rid of a shirt. Something about changing a shirt. Somebody got rid of a shirt, whatever that means. They don't want you to read your email. Well, we already know you interfered with that, didn't you? Something about February. Maybe something happened in February. Let's see. What letter is it? We got an F, whatever that's about, the letter F. Think of somebody whose name is with an F that you know, Janetta. Where would this person work at? Would that be for the state? On State Street in Hamden? Ignore him or her, I'm the one for you. I think that was the plot. I think that's what, you have people go and say. Ignore her, I'm the one for you. All right, that ain't work out for you back then. You thought it did because you went this long hiding stuff. Everything always comes out. There's no need for you to lie, hide, scheme. No need to hide your bed habits. It ain't even about the fucking bed habits. It's a simple fact that you was trying to pin a baby on because it didn't get you pregnant. You don't do stuff like that. That's fucking up somebody's life. All right? So you did so 3. It's like, and then the last one, daddy, like, he was miserable. He ain't miserable. You are a miserable, nasty. I hope you suffer. Like, word, you gonna suffer real bad. Brooklyn. Emotional manipulation. Let's see. Look, repeat. Things only in email, text, privacy issues. Something about emotional manipulation and privacy issues. Yep. A regular person. Innocence, trapped. Calls and texts. This is coming up as a regular person. Somebody emotionally manipulated a regular person. Something about the North. Let me see if there's anything else. Yeah, it feels like it's another card over here. I'm going to take it. Something about the North. Instagram hack. Somebody hacked somebody's Instagram. There was a phone hack. And then there's something, invasion of privacy. Somebody's waiting to be sentenced. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, like, for real. Atlanta child murders. Stay in the house. Somebody with an afro, the Atlanta child murders. I don't know what year that was. But I remember when I was little, that was big. It's interesting. Somebody, again, waiting to be sentenced. Trafficking. Somebody's waiting to be sentenced for trafficking. Probably out of Atlanta. Attempted murder comes up. Somebody cheated with a friend. Somebody cheated with a friend, or somebody slept with your whoever. So it depends on your... Some families are more trifling than others. Mine is... This family that I grew up in is... I mean, they some vicious, dirty... Everybody in the house pregnant, including the dog type, is like... You know what I'm saying? Like, they're dirty. Filthy motherfucker. Cheated with a friend. Kidnapped as a child. Dirty. Conniving. Dirty. Hustling. Scheming. Collecting my trust under my name that I was born under. And didn't think... That's how I know you don't believe your Bible. That's how I know that they'll let anybody open up a church. They don't even touch the spirit. Especially in the black community. Yo, all you need is somebody to give you a lease. You could go get 2 sticks, make a cross. Right? And then you could put it up and be tax exempt. They got drug dealers, all types of stuff going on in them places. If you know, you want to, it's just the same, it's like betting the spirit. Like, you want to bet the church you go to. I bet it, and that's why I got the heck up on out of there. But I ain't never, anyway. Exploitation by those close to you. A home or a building, somebody's exploiting you. Well, we know that. This is the whole game. It's about exploitation to get money. There's a Baptist preacher who's exploiting you. Somebody's middle class. What else? Somebody has a cheating wife. There's something about a cheating wife. Gossiping, lies. Ooh, no truth, selfishness, lies to make yourself look and feel better. Yup, your siblings are lying to make themselves feel better, and your mother's probably included too. There's something about organ sales that come out. Organ sales. Somebody tried to sell an organ. Perhaps it was attempted. There's a kidney transplant. Somebody was trying to get a kidney. Right? So somebody that you know might need a kidney, or they're looking for organs. Keep that in mind. Somebody has HIV and STDs. Could be the siblings there. I don't know. Anyway, more prayer, more balance, diplomacy. And for me, that's a build-up. Right? The diplomacy, notice that's third. Some other work before I get there. Something about a dog being reversed, a dog or a cat. Keep tabs and notes. Somebody's tracing the details, tracking details. Somebody's tracking details. No expectations. Don't have any expectations. I don't know you. That's what it says. No expectations. I don't know you. There's a Sagittarius who could be playing a role in this also. Something about a new state. A new slate. Blank cartridge. Fearless mind. Is that a palm rest? Whatever the heck that is. Was she made to be a Playboy bunny? Oh, somebody was made to be a Playboy bunny against their will. I know specifically who I'm talking about. Somebody who's a Playboy bunny, their husband makes them look like that. The mother makes them look like that. Always dressed up, always got the makeup on, don't have any downtime, can't put on a sweatsuit. Always got to be like this to stay pretty for this bum, whoever this dude is here. But there's something Somebody was made to be a Playboy bunny, or at least look the part. All right? That's one of the revelations that I had. Somebody was made to do a certain thing. That's why my personal tone towards this person that I'm thinking of, I was like, that's what it had to be. Sometimes people do things because they're in positions where they have to. I ain't biting the bait. You can kiss my black behind. Anyway, there's a businesswoman, a CEO, a day trader, a teacher, or an entertainer. Woman. This is a woman. There's something having to do with X. All right, the letter X could be Xavier. It could be Twitter, which is X, whatever. What else comes up? I never met any of these online people. I don't know who that's for. I know I can speak to this one. I don't know those people. I ain't never met none of these online people. See, but sometimes when you have sneaky family members, they'll go email people, make a fake page. That's what they do. And they're so ignorant. I feel like these groups, they always recruit the people who are dumb, limited financially, in some cases scholastically, I think. They choose limited people who are desperate. They don't have any money. I need a car note. I need a bag. Oh, you gonna give me a BBL? Oh, I only gotta do 3 years, but when I get out, I'm gonna have my BBL still done, and I'm gonna see. It's all this sick, like, all right. So people going to jail for BBLs, they think, oh, I'm gonna do a year, I'm gonna do 3 years, and when I get out, I'm gonna still be hot. That's not how it works. The world gonna be different by then. Ain't nobody checking for you. Right, so you got some ignorant sisters and brothers, and listen, anybody getting BBLs under those circumstances, right? With that thinking, I want to be very clear. If you get a BBL, oh, knock yourself out. If you got the money to pay for it, you have the money to maintenance it, maintain it, cool. But you have to understand too, you got some chicks out there, they will use fake credit cards to go get the work done, right? They get caught. They're going to be like, oh, I'll be out in a year or 3 and I could still go and I could still strip, or I could do this and I could do that, right? And remember, while they're in jail, they could work out, so they could still maintain that body. But the world is changing. Ain't nobody checking for you. So my point is, our laws they're not steep enough, right? There's no fear. Nobody cares, right? If I know that I'm going to have a BBL and I can go to jail for like 3 years, maybe I get out a year and a half for good behavior, what incentive is there to follow the law? There isn't any. So y'all need to do some work on that. Y'all got these criminals out here running crazy. And, oh, get out of here. My mother been walking around for years and y'all knew it. So all this other stuff that I see in the news, I don't want to hear it. Okay, because this case I think my case is extremely huge because it's global. Guys, when I tell you this is global, it's like, it's bank global. It really is that bad. So I'm just saying, there's no incentive to follow the law. In a sense, I would say, you know, I don't know if it's America's fault, or I don't know if it's some of our countries that we deal with, but it just strikes me as very weird what's going on with these extradition laws. It's almost like if you do something in America, you leave the country, you can still have a safe haven somewhere, right? There's a safe haven where we're going to hide the murderers, we're going to hide the killers, we're going to hide the tricksters, the fraudsters. You're going to go over there to another country. You're going to turn that American money that you stole into their cash, and you can live great. The only thing you got to give up is your family, or your family comes with you, right? You go over there, you stay. They ain't going to bring you home. So y'all, that is weird to me. But then again, you got to remember, you have a lot of people that are trying to escape America. It looks like people are trying to come here, but in fact, you have a lot of people that are trying to leave here. It is the wild, wild west. It really is. It's crazy out here. And that's why you got rich folks up in their bunkers. They don't want to be bothered with this crap that be going on in the hood. If somebody making some money off of it somewhere, you have to understand, when there is crime, somebody is getting paid off of it. So if there is insurance fraud, right, somebody's looking to get a payout, but everybody's looking to get a payout. So the insurance company wants to be paid, the people scheming want to be paid, the people helping with the scheme want to be paid. Everybody makes out. When there is crime, you have people that go to jail, they make money off that. You got free labor. It's just, every industry wins in a sense when it comes to what is a criminal. And that's probably why America won't do anything about the stuff that happens here. That's probably why you got folks with ladders pulling up to a house in the daytime and stealing something. The D is coming up. So I don't know. It's just really weird. I don't know what's going on here, but it just looks like to me it's a whole new world. There's just certain things I'm not entertaining. I'm not entertaining family members who are crooked, thieves, criminals. You've already messed my life up, right? Everything I work for, you had somebody go on the internet, my sister, and pretend to be me. Somebody showed up with a mask on to a sex party and pretended to be me. See, but the thing is, this is why y'all caught up, is because my phone, I'm always online. If I'm not on Twitter, I'm on YouTube. They can track everything. And even if you screen mirror, right, we're going to have an IT person go in there and see that that was done. So when the government wants to get you, they are going to get you. They're just letting y'all play for a little while, all right? They're waiting for y'all to talk so they can get the big dogs. You want the big guys. But then you start to find out that you got these mamas out here. You know, it's like you solve one problem, and upon solving that, you run into this whole other issue. You run into a bunch of kids who've been adopted or illegal adoptions. You're going to find a bunch of parents who stole their money under the old name, right, that they had when they first got the kid. But, oh, I want to change it so all of my children have the same last name. All that fuck shit because you want to cover up your bed hopping. All right? You can hop. I ain't got no problem with that. Knock yourself out, but don't lie about it. You're going to be a hoe straight up about what it is. These chicks, like, see, we ain't talking about chicks that had 3 different boyfriends, 3 different husbands. We talking about chicks who just, they see a dude and they're like, oh, I like him. Or he hot, I want a baby with him. So my baby could this and that. It's like having an attachment. And I think that's what Janetta was doing. She had this fixation. She was fixated on some dude. Like, so she did anything. She went and lied, stole a baby, all types of, I'm pregnant. I'm like, yo, where the baby at? That baby bigger. That baby looked bigger or smaller than what you said. So them numbers ain't adding up. And that's what she over there crying about. Anyway, that's my little read. I'm going to get up on out y'all's way. I really just came out to chill. I'll be back. I'll be back out here later because it seems like it's nice today. It's real nice, but all right, I'll see y'all in a little bit. This was really more of a talk than a read. It was a vibe session. I'm just telling you what's on my mind, which you guys already know what's on my mind because I've been really fuming about. I'm heated. Like, y'all don't even understand. Like, this is what I mean. Like, something like this I would typically avoid and just be like, whatever, I'm not going to think about it. But I'm dealing with the things as they bother me so I can get rid of it. I don't want this to come up again until it needs to come up again, but I have to deal with it while it's aggravating me now. Right? Because I see that this woman is not trying to take any responsibility for her fallen angel actions, right? She's a disgrace. All right? Her stories, it's not a concrete story. She's always played down the anniversary of she and my father, and I couldn't understand why. I'm like, that's a good thing. But when you hide in stuff, that's what you do. You got these slick people on the pulpits and stuff. Slick, ignorant, social climbing, black church, big hat wearing people like that. You ain't got no money, but you're going to sit there and buy all these fancy cars knowing you can't afford it. Or maybe you could because of the schemes. I don't know. Don't matter. I don't rock with them people. I don't want nothing to do with them people. Nothing. You know, I mean, you know, I'm very diplomatic. I do not believe all church people are bad, but listen, y'all pop up on the news a little bit too much. Quite a bit, actually. And it's embarrassing. You're an embarrassment to the black community. You got mega preachers sliding on over. What in the hell? What is this? What has our community turned into? Right? It's always been this bad, but now you're exposed. You've been exposed. But the kids are not going to stop talking about this because y'all tell us to do one thing and then you turn around and you do something else. Or you do the very thing that you told us not to do. Ain't nobody checking for you no more. We don't have any respect for you. You are a fallen leader, all of y'all. All of y'all fallen leaders. You got a few dudes left and women that preach. They're not bad people. They tell the truth. But you got so many out robbing and wearing gold chains and all this other stuff or trying to get the congregation for their bread in that pot. That's what the problem is. It's too much of a focus on money and it's too much of a vain focus on being famous. I never asked for this. I don't even show my face. So why are you over there on websites Just say you was trying to cover something up, and just say you hate my guts, right? You wanted to ruin me because you're angry. You mad because your daughter's a slut, and so are you. Both of y'all's dirty mattress hopping sluts. These chicks are not regular. Like, they ain't gonna tell you, oh, I was with my boyfriend or my husband for mad years. They're not gonna tell you that. That's not what they do. This is not a regular relationship. So don't take it the wrong way. That's what I'm trying to tell you. If you've been in a stable relationship and you got a child or whatever, that's a dude you were with. These chicks that I'm talking about, they don't do that. They will hop on you minute one because, oh, he lit. All this ignorant, like, for ignorant reasons, right? Oh, he with her. Oh, he like my sister. Oh, my sister like him. Let me go. Also, you could get some clout, but along with the clout comes the STDs, right, Ev? Right? Ain't that how that go? They're itching and scratching. They're taking pills for AIDS that you can't get rid of, like shit like that. That's what comes along with you being a dick hopping slut. It is what it is. And what is you gonna do about it? What you gonna do? Because I'm telling you, if you come over here, you're gonna get laid the F down. Straight up. I don't think you can anyway. It just makes no sense. They just literally stopped talking to me. But you don't just stop talking to people unless you did something. So I think they sentenced her. I don't know if she in jail. She need to be hopping around giving people STDs. Her and my brother. All of them. That's not... So we ain't talking about regular chicks and regular relationships. We ain't talking about you going home and making dinner for your man every night. We talking about some non-existent, you don't even know this dude. I only want to sit on top of your D because somebody I know, or you lit in the press, or somebody promised you a reality show, or they told you they was going to pay your rent so you could get rid of me. How'd that go for you? How did that go? And I'm going to keep dragging you. I'm going to keep letting all the church people know how y'all do. So Janetta Beasley, I want you to enjoy your karma, ho. Because that's what you are. You're a bed hopping slut. All right. Bye, guys.